Hi, my name's Varda Mann Feder, and I'm a professor at Concordia University in the Department of Applied Human Sciences and also the director of a brand new graduate program in youth work. The work I do in Montreal obviously has to do with teaching and developing curriculum for youth workers, but I've also engaged in a program of research that looks at improving interventions and supports for young people who age out of the care system. Program of research that began in the early 90s. So in terms of a promising practice from my work, I guess sort of a turning point in my work, which happened probably about 10 years ago, maybe a little bit less, is that I got myself connected with the Society for the Study of Emerging Adulthood because I started to feel like our approaches in child welfare were pathologizing and marginalizing, and those developmentalists must know something about how to help young people move out on their own. I ended up getting some funding, and one of the things that I discovered in talking to young people who leave home is that peer groups are enormously important in the transition to adulthood. And if there's one resource we have in child welfare, we have young people. But a lot of what we do with young people discourages peer connections. Certainly when we have young people together in a residential treatment program or even sometimes in a foster home, we worry about them contaminating each other, becoming more delinquent together, and of course it's very difficult to encourage them to have relationships with young people in the community because we worry about protection. So for example, if you live in a foster home in some places, if you want to go to a sleepover with kids from your school, the family has to undergo some kind of assessment or police check, which of course is very stigmatizing, and who wants that? So to me, there's promising practices related to cultivating friendships and care. A success story for me is that since that time I've gotten involved with a group of former residents of the care system who are building a youth and care network in Quebec. It's the only province where one doesn't exist, and so I've been able in a way to walk my talk because I'm working with them but really mentoring them and really encouraging them to express themselves and make their voices known. So I guess I've left academia, I've left the protection of academia in terms of this piece of work, and I'm out there working with these young people. What did I learn today? Well, again, it was just a validation that we really work in silos, that the research and the practice are not connecting with each other. I think the notion of eliminating hierarchies and trusting the wisdom of everyone who's participating is very, very critical. One question I'm asking myself as I leave is, are we somehow invested in perpetuating these hierarchies and these silos? And certainly as an academic, the currency of academia has not to do with empowerment and connection and collaboration. It really has to do with individual achievement. So in some ways, our systems have to change as well to support knowledge mobilization. So I thought this was a fantastic event. I'd like to see it as the start of something. I'd love to see an initiative locally in the Montreal community. I think our issues with knowledge mobilization are compounded because of the relative isolation that the Francophone and Anglophone academic and or practice communities have from each other. So not only is practice disconnected from research, but also the researchers don't necessarily always connect, and neither do the practitioners. And I'd love to see more events like this, more collaborations, and I'd love to get involved. So thank you for the opportunity.